Gotta get more followers.
Hello everyone, Canadian Futures Trader here. Today's video I'm going to be doing a 2023 overview and review of Bulenox, one of my top recommended trader evaluation companies, guys. You're not going to want to miss this one. First things first, be sure to check out my website, link down below. I keep up to date on the latest and greatest trader evaluation deals, promo sales out there for you guys. I also do full reviews of the companies that I personally endorse, and Bulenox is one of them. And like I mentioned, it's one of my top 5. You're looking here at the Bulenox review page. So if you want to read every single thing I have to say about them, come check this out. If you go to Trader Evaluation Reviews, come down to Bulenox, and you will find it here. And while you're here, go ahead and sign up for email notifications. You'll be the first to know of the newest discounts. Worth mentioning, currently, CFT exclusive. I love an exclusive promo. If you use the code CFT promo, you get 35% off using that code. Bulenox doesn't always run sales. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a little bit. But you can always get 35% off using that code CFT promo. A little something for you guys. You are welcome. So Bulenox been around for several years at this point. A lot of happy traders there. Let's go through. Let's start with what account sizes they have available. They actually have quite a few now. So their evaluations they refer to as qualification accounts, and then once you're funded, those they call the master accounts. So Bulenox has something unique about their account sizes in that once you choose your account size, you can also choose an option 1 and an option 2, whether you want a trailing drawdown with no scaling or you want an end of day drawdown with scaling. And we'll touch on that in a little bit more. One thing I do like about them, and at the end of the video, I'm going to summarize the kind of pros and cons as I see it relative to other companies. But I'm going to tip my hat a little bit. One thing I do like is they have a pretty large selection of account sizes. Anything from a 25K up to a 250K. A lot of companies been going kind of with a slim selection lately, I've noticed. They usually have typically just these 3, a 50, 100, and 150, sometimes a 50, 100, 200. Well, these guys have everything from 25K if you just want to trade a bit smaller size, all the way up to the 250K. I'm a fan of the big account sizes. I have to admit, it is no secret. If you've followed me for any amount of time, you'll know I always go for the biggest account size. If you take a look at their help center, we can get some more information about the option 1 and the option 2, but essentially in layman's terms without kind of reading through everything here. So no scaling, but you'll have a trailing drawdown. So let's say on that 200K, you can trade up to 25 contracts. So with no scaling, that means you can trade 25 contracts from day 1, but just know that your drawdown is going to be trailing throughout the day through your trades. The other option, which is option 2, is that end of day account. There will be a scaling plan, meaning you won't be able to trade 25 out of the gate. You'll start with a smaller amount, and as you build up profit, you'll kind of unlock additional contracts you can trade. You'll eventually work up to 25. But the pro is that your drawdown doesn't update till the end of the day. So your P&L can swing a little bit more throughout the day. It just matters on where you're at the end of the day. There's pros and cons to both of those options. It really depends on how you trade, your trading style. Myself, I am not one that's scared of the trailing drawdown. I usually go with that option 1. I like to trade the big size, hit it hard, cut my losses quick, and usually the trailing drawdown is no problem. In terms of software, they give you a free license to NinjaTrader to use. Now you'll connect through Rhythmic. That's kind of the standard connection that basically most 90% of the companies use. So you can always use RTrader Pro, which is free. But then as well, they do give you a free license for NinjaTrader to use. If there is other software you would prefer to use, you certainly can. You just kind of have to provide your own license key for that. So for example, I use Jigsaw Day Trader. And I have my own license, I paid for it, and I'm able to use it with Bulenox no problem. When it comes to payouts, everybody's favorite topic, that's why we do this, right? To make money and withdraw it. The first $10,000 you earn is 100% yours. Afterwards, it's an 80-20 split, meaning any profits you make, you keep 80%, the company keeps 20%. That's on the first 40,000. After 50,000, it changes to a 90-10, so it improves, which is great. You can request a payout at any time in the month, says it right here. The payouts are processed twice a month, so you can request at any point and you'll get paid out either on the 1st or 16th, depending on when you do that. You do need to trade 20 days before you can request your first payout, so effectively, let's call it a month. But thereafter, you can request payouts. For the second and third payments, you need to trade at least 12 days in between, half a month, and then afterwards you can request at any time. When it comes to payout methods, which I'm always curious about, they offer ACH if you're in the United States, wire transfer, PayPal, Zelle, or Payoneer, so lots of options there. Usually a fan of the wire transfer myself. Going back to the account sizes, I want to talk about deals really quickly. I kind of mentioned, so I have the 35% off, use CFT promo. They do run promos, but they don't run promos as frequently as some of the other companies. So I would say they, in general, run some type of promotion each month, but it's not a month-long promo. Some companies just have like an ongoing, never-ending sale, it seems. Not with Bulenox. You're going to have to cherry-pick your times and wait and see when those promos come up. Usually it's fairly substantial. It'll be something like 40%, 50%. So certainly worth waiting for if you can wait, or you can always take advantage of CFT promo. So to summarize, if I had to pick the few things that I think they are great at, I love that they give the option 1 and option 2. You can do the no scaling with the trailing drawdown or the end of day drawdown, but with scaling, so you can pick what works best for your trading style. I love the selection of account sizes, and that one of those is a fairly big account size. I'm always a fan of the big account sizes. One thing I didn't mention, you can have multiple accounts with Bulenox, so that's always an option as well. And hey, there's a reason they're in my top 5 recommended companies. Just all of those put together make them a nice, well-rounded option, especially if you grab one of those discounts. Definitely an affordable choice. If I had to pick, out of fairness, maybe a few things where they aren't doing quite as well as maybe their competitors. When you do pass, you pay a one-time fee, and that fee varies by account size. So if you pass the 250K, you're going to have to pay a one-time fee. On the withdrawals, I don't think it's a big deal, but the 20 days that you kind of have to wait, just relative to some of the competitors these days, you can withdraw from day 1. So again, I don't think it's a big deal, but if you want to pick on something that maybe other companies offer that you have a little bit of a wait with Bulenox, and maybe the 80% as well, just because, a lot of companies these days are 90% kind of from the start. So being 80%, on the first 40,000, after your first 10,000, a little bit less, but in all fairness, we're talking a 10% difference on 40,000. So it's really just a $4,000 difference. And then you're going to be bumped up to 9% as well. Actually really had a hard time thinking up some negatives for Bulenox. They are just a nice, well-rounded trader valuation companies, and I think they're definitely worth a look. Of course, be sure to check out my review on my website. Use that 35% off. Subscribe to those email notifications so you'll be the first to know when Bulenox is running one of those special promos. Check out my reviews of all the companies. And guys, I want to thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.